Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you an Oath of Conquest modded subclass build guide for the Paladin in Baldur's Gate 3's patch 7. This is a mod class that's now in the in-game mod manager. So the Oath of Conquest, this is a pretty cool one. This gives us the chosen adversary here, which allows you to mark an enemy with the focus of your zealot pursuit. You have advantage on attack rolls against the target. When you hit them with a melee attack, they may become frightened until the end of their next turn, or when they take damage. This is pretty huge because frightened is extremely useful, so you're going to want to use this as much as possible. This uses your channel oath charges, so they also have the Oath of Conquest tenets, so douse the flame of hope. It is not enough to merely defeat an enemy in battle. Your victory must be so overwhelming that your enemy's will to fight is shattered forever. A blade can end a life, fear can end an empire. Rule with an iron fist. Once you've conquered, tolerate no dissent. Your word is law, and those who obey it shall be favored. Those who defy it shall be punished as an example for all that might follow. Strength above all, you shall rule until a stronger one rises, and then you must grow mightier and meet the challenge or fall to your own ruin. So yeah, pretty cool, and it also has very beneficial abilities that we get as we level up. Now we want to have a nice balance with charisma and strength, so this is going to be our main stats here, and then also having a good split between our constitution and our dexterity as well. You can take some points out and go in on your dexterity there. If you have the amulet or greater health, take your dexterity up 14. Otherwise you're going to want to go somewhere around there. And you can use a feat to increase your strength or charisma. You can also dump strength and use strength potions if you want to go that route, or the strength gauntlets. So you got a few choices if you want to be allocating your stats elsewhere, but we want to have our wisdom always at least 10. So I'm going to use the constitution amulet, so we'll take our dexterity up to 14 and then put the final 2 points into our intelligence there. So yeah, this is a fun class, and I'll be going over the gear options at the end of this video, so you can stay tuned for that. But we'll get into the leveling here because there's some pretty cool benefits. So this is made by Havsglimt 8, and they've previously made the Circle of Stars Druid subclass that's now in the mod manager. It's a really cool one. So what level 2 we get our fighting style. So defense is always nice for a +1 armor class, but great weapon fighting. If we want to use a two-handed sword, this is the way to go. When you roll a 1 or 2 damage die for a two-handed melee weapon, that damage is rerolled once. That's pretty good. So this flat out just means we're going to be dealing more damage with a two-handed weapon, and I'm currently using one. It's clipping through the cape. But yeah, it's very powerful to go that route. And for our prepared spells, there's a few here that I have the 5E spells. So it is like Detect Good and Evil, Detect Magic. So those are interesting. Prevents them from hiding or turning invisible to their concentrations. But we want to take all the smites. So Wrathful, Thunderous, and Steering Spray. This can knock back creatures and make them prone. This can deal fire damage, and this one can frighten the target, which we want to do as often as possible. Command is another really great crowd control spell that doesn't require any concentration. And Compelled Duel is okay. Bless is okay. You could take something like Cure Wounds for a healing early game, which is kind of nice. Ceremony is another spell that requires the 5e spells mod. We'll go with Divine Favor. I will take that other one there to show it off. So at level 3, we get ourselves the Divine Health, preventing disease from affecting us. And we also get Guided Strikes. You may use Strike with a supernatural accuracy, gaining a +10 to an attack roll. This is perfect for using Great Weapon Master because we're going to have a -5 to attack rolls, so this will more than double that extra. So this is great. We also have the Conquering Presence, so exude a terrifying presence, possibly causing nearby enemies to become fearful of you. Affected creatures can repeat a saving throw at the end of each turn, ending the effect on its success. Wisdom save. We also get Armor of Agathis, which is a great spell, and we get Command there, so we can take Command off. I already removed it for us, so there is a bit of a glitch. It only allows you to get 5 spells at level 2, but then we get at level, once we get to level 3, we get this, or level 4, we get the 2 extra spells there. So I'll take Ceremony, and Heroism's not bad. Make yourself or target immune to Frightened. We do get the ability to remove Frightened altogether, so that can be good early game. We'll Cure Wounds. And we'll take an ability score improvement or Great Weapon Master. Since we get that +10 to our attack rolls, we could go with this. We can also toggle this off if you have a low hit chance. Basically, this just adds another 10 damage, and we also get a bonus attack. So if we land a critical hit or kill a target with a melee attack, we can make up an extra bonus action attack. Pretty strong. Melee bonus damage and attack roll -5, which is offset with our channel or a little benefit there. So at level 5, we get the extra attack. But we also get hold person, concentration, and spiritual weapon. That's really nice because spiritual weapon's pretty useful for a bonus action. Use it if you use the maul's really good because it can daze a target, and then a dazed target can have it has a lower chance of succeeding on a hold person. So that gets really good. And we'll go ahead here with like blinding smite or magic weapon. You can go with whatever one you fancy there. And then at level 6, we got ourselves the Aura of Protection, giving us our Charisma modifier to saving throws and all allies that are nearby, so that's really nice. You can also take like Prayer of Healing. I mean, this okay if you have extra spell slots, you want to burn them off with healing. You could go that route, or aid. Really up to you. We'll go that route there. And then at level 7, we get ourselves the Aura of Conquest. So emanate a menacing aura in every direction. If a creature is frightened of you, its movement speed is reduced to 0. And that creature takes psychic damage equal to half your paladin level if it starts its turn there. So that's pretty good. Obviously, frightened is going to be very effective on this build, so we want to be applying that as much as we can. And the ability to remove their movement speed to 0 and do psychic damage is huge. So we'll just take another spell. Really, this paladin doesn't get a lot of spells, so take whatever you really like. Alert's a good feat for +5 to initiative, but it was also nice to go with a little bit of charisma or strength, depending on what you need. For spellcasting, we'll go charisma, because it's a good face skill, especially for the face of the party. But you can go strength or use strength potions. You got lots of options here. At level 9, we get Bestow Curse and Fear. Fear is a great spell, because it makes targets fearful, and they get disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. This also makes them drop their weapon, so we want to use Fear quite a bit. We also got like Create Food and Water there, or even like Magic Circle, which gives disadvantage on attack rolls against targets within the area. So pretty cool options. I like the Spirit Shroud here. This is a 5e spell. So we're going to go with that. It adds cold, necrotic, or radiant damage to your attacks and prevents them from regaining health points. Very nice. We also go Crusader's Mantle to give our team extra radiant damage, or Blinding Smite. Can potentially blind the target, giving disadvantage on attack rolls. We get at level 10 the Aura of Courage, which is nice in lay hands charges, so that's pretty effective. We can use Revivify there, or Elemental Weapon. Elemental Weapon does require concentration. It's much like Spirit Shroud, so Warden of Vitality also is nice if you want to heal yourself as a bonus action. We're going to take Revivify there. And then at level 11, Improved Divine Smite. Additional 1 to 8 radiant damage, and we get another level 3 spell slot. So we'll take Warden of Vitality or Magic Circle there, just for extra spells. There's only a few spell slots that we really do use as a Paladin. Divine Smite, and then potentially like your Spirit Shroud or Command, things like that. And then for our feats, we can go with Alert or take our Charisma up. It's up to you. I'm going to go with Alert because that's pretty powerful. And then that's the build there. So what we want to go with for armor, I have this silver plate on. It's not really a normal one, so the Armor Persistence probably being the best choice for armor in this, because it's, if you're a good aligned character, that's perfect. Extra plate, that plate's really strong. Also, the Armor of Agility is pretty good if you have a high dexterity score, or even if you wanted to use something like the Dwarven Splint Mail, which increases Constitution by 2. You got a few good choices. Even Helldusk Armor is pretty nice, so we'll use one of our dye mods here. It's in the mod manager to make this armor look nice. Perfect, that fits the theme well. And evasive shoes, cloak of protection, ring of protection. I like the Crypt Lord ring for the extra undead, but also the critical hit from the Killer Sweetheart works really nice. Amulet of Greater Health, setting our health up to 148. Helmet Baldur gives us 2 health points at the start of each turn. So you can use like the healing gauntlets here as well. So that's another option that we got, like the Reviving Hands giving Blade Ward. It'll give you Blade Ward always if you don't have the Armor Persistence. So that's really nice too if you want to go that route. But I went Helldusk Gloves for +1 spell attack roll, spell save DC, and additional fire damage on our attacks. I went with a modded weapon here, but the Baldur Giant Slayer is probably your best choice for a strong weapon. And it's double strength modifier, so it really does benefit if you have a strength potion active, which we got going on there. So yeah, you can also go with, for a helmet, if you want the Birthright hat for a +2 to charisma. That's another great choice. So typically what we want to be doing in combat is we want to set up with our Spirit Shroud here. Gives us extra damage. We also have the Conquering Presence, which can, I guess I won't do that there because that's that can potentially frighten everyone in the area. So try this here. Hopefully this doesn't affect anything. But the Conquering Presence uses the Channel Oath charge, so you got to be mindful of that. And we also have the Chosen Adversary there, which is another really nice option for that. Fear is going to be a spell that we want to use pretty frequently. Our Aura of Courage should always be active, as well as we got Warden of Vitality for some extra healing. And also the Aura of Protection gives the Charisma modifier to saving throws, so that's pretty good too. We also got a Spiritual Weapon, again, Maul, because it can daze targets for a whole person. That works best. And then, yeah, we can just get out there and start Divine Smiting. So, rolling with the Spirit Shroud's nice because you can add, like, cold damage and prevent it from regaining health points. And then what can even go further is we have 24 armor class there. But if you have the Snowburst ring, you can go with that. And then what will happen is when we have cold damage, we make a snow ring or an ice ring around the target. Make sure you got like Nier's boots on or something that's going to prevent you from slipping and falling. But whenever you use this, it's going to give you some cold damage. So we got our Spirit Shroud there, and then we can go Divine Smite against some targets. So we'll just go turn-based just to show it off. We deal a lot of damage there. This also works well with the Radiating Orb build. And you can see there we did a ton of damage to Will. So that hits really hard. And really fun too. So Divine Smite being a very powerful skill that all types of paladins get, but we make use of it because we got a few different ways to add extra damage. So boom, we took him out with some radiant, some cold, some extra. It's not triggering the cold damage for some reason, but we'll leave here and we'll go off and fight against someone in battle because it might not trigger against teammates. So we'll just close the door there and we'll go into turn-based mode. And then, sorry, Figaro, your time has come, buddy. So we'll just go up against him. And Great Weapon Master all in. Boom, critical hit. For some reason, it's not triggering the cold damage, but oh, the door opened there. So, oh no, this may trigger the guards. But we'll go fight them before they get a chance to. So, yeah, that's really nice. That deals damage against targets. Yeah, right, I got it. So, whenever we go against an actual target, that'll deal it. So, we have the ability to cast Fear on people, which is really nice. Spirit Shroud there will break. Even having Armor of Agathis ready gives us some extra damage, which is nice. So, against a target here, we can go... I guess we'll use like a Wrathful Smite. Oh, that uses our concentration. But we'll go with, I guess, Divine Smite here. And 68 health. Not for long. That took him out. So we'll start a little fight there. Yeah, we one-shot him there. So Divine Smite typically will cause a lot of damage. So I highly recommend dropping that spell whenever possible because it hurts real bad. So I guess we got ourselves a bonus action here. So we got our Great Weapon Master all in. And we also got the Great Weapon Master attacks. We also got our Aura of Conquest that is active right now. So unfortunately with this mod that I'm using, we do have to drag this all the way over, and then we get our extra attack, which is not there. So I did take out a target. Usually Great Weapon Master will allow me to attack again, but we got Spiritual Weapon, which is a nice aggro holder, and it also allows you to daze a target, so it's got a bad initiative roll there, but that's fine. So yeah, the Aura of Conquest. It's probably, I would say, one of the most powerful subclasses for the Paladin. I really liked Oath of Vengeance, but being able to add a +10 to your attack rolls, being able to affect targets while you have the Frighten status on them, all of that is really effective. So yeah, this is a pretty strong subclass. So this is a pretty foolish fight because my entire team went down, but I still only lost 5 health somehow. So yeah, this build is pretty strong, but we do get cool spells like the ability to use Fear here. So this is a really great spell because you're able to just shut down a bunch of enemies all at once, and it hits in a cone, so this can frighten them, make them drop their weapons, and we even have them running away. So yeah, that is the benefit of playing as this class, is you want to drop Fear on as many people as possible, and you get extra benefits for that because they are conquered whenever you cast that. As you can see there above the hammer, it says conquered. From our Aura of Conquest, which reduces their movement speed to 0, and then also makes them take psychic damage equal to half your paladin level. So psychic damage will also get doubled if you have yourself the Resonance Stone. So yeah, this is a pretty fun class, Aura of Conquest Paladin. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button below if you haven't already, and yeah, have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.